Hope you guys are doing well. I got up early today. I went to bed early. Wasn't feeling well either, but I went to bed. Well, before I went to bed, I make sure I check out a few channels, and then went to go to my bed. Yeah, I check out about a good amount of channel. But anyway, good morning, early risers. So I got up this morning, and I don't know. Sometime I heard like something telling me go, go, go. So I have to listen and be obedient, because you never know what the Lord have in store for you when you're being disobedient and you miss out. So I got up and I just kept hearing the voice say, okay, you get up now. Don't go back to bed, because I get up to make my son a bottle. And don't go back to bed, just go, go, go. So I am up, and I saw this message here on my phone. And every time I see something on my phone, it always, like something just come to your thought and say, do this, do this, do this, do that. So I'm like, okay, okay, let's not be disobedient. So, good morning to one and all. It's almost 7 o'clock. We had a beautiful day yesterday. And I want to say good morning. How is everybody doing? I know it's early morning, but your girl is here on the ground. He said, working hard, and you will earn your reward. Keep working hard, working hard. So, yeah. And then, just left this here for a little while. It says, St. John 16, verse 20 says, stay faithful. God will turn your tears of sadness into tears of joy. So, good morning, whatever it is. As the songwriter said, your circumstances, he will fix it for you. He will fix it. And I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who been watching those videos, those long form videos, but what the lives, long form lives. When I tell you, if you ever hear the back end story behind those long lives, you like, what? Yes. Like before I go to my bed, or so sometimes, some night I felt like I just want to go sleep and just put the phone down and I just want to sleep. And I heard a voice said, go live. And I'm like, why are you telling me to go live? I got to go to bed. And I just hear the voice say, go live. And I'm like, okay. And it's like, I felt like, it's like, what do you call it? When somebody say, I have something to tell you, that's how I felt. I'm like, why are you telling me to go live? And I felt like somebody pushing me on my right shoulder to go live. And I'm like, why are you pushing me? Felt like somebody literally pushing me. But some of these things, little did I know, it's God's way of pushing me to help encourage me and tell me to keep going. And I have to be obedient. You know, I have to be obedient, because if you're not obedient, how am I gonna? If I if I'm praying for a breakthrough in my life and I'm not being obedient, is He gonna be able to come through for me when I'm not being obedient? I don't think so. Because praying for a breakthrough and you don't feel like you want the breakthrough, then He will give it to somebody else who want it. Because there is plenty of other people in line waiting for their blessings. You know what I mean? Plenty of people in line waiting for their breakthrough and waiting humbly, waiting so peacefully, waiting so patiently. And I'm getting, somebody like literally pushing my shoulder and say, go, go. I remember I was telling my sister that the nights I do these long form videos, like run it till the day, it's like, I want to sleep. I want to go to sleep. That's how I felt. But then this voice just come to me, go live. And I'm like, why are you telling me to go live? From the other day, I said I need to share this with you guys. But it just never come out at that moment to share. And now this morning I get up and I say, okay, I fixed my son some breakfast. And I said, all right then, let me go start do some stuff. And then I heard the voice say, go live. I'm like, why you keep telling me to go live? You know? But when I believe that when the Lord is working on whatever we pray for, He will give it to us, but He gonna let us work for it. He's not going to let just hand it to us like that. You know what I mean? He gonna let us work for what He have for us because He want to see us put in the work in order for Him to fulfill whatever we heart desire. You know what I mean? It's just like a job. You go to a job and you're working. Nobody ain't gonna give you a paycheck if you don't put in no work. You know what I mean? Nobody. So I'm saying to myself, Lord, why are you doing this to me? Your local blue coral. Hey, how you doing? Bless up yourself. Greetings. Big shout out top one fan this morning. How you doing? Bless up yourself. Yes, but I'm just sharing how whatever from the other day. Anybody see those long form lives I be doing? It's like somebody been pushing me, go live, go live. I said, but I want to go to bed. I want to sleep. And I should have tackled this video confession I have to make, you know, but I said, thinking back, looking back at it now, it seemed like today, now is the best time to talk about it. Because sometimes we want something, we want a breakthrough. You say, bless up yourself, how you doing? Greetings, greetings to you. You want something and you have to put in the work for that something. Whatever that something is, you have to put in the work so you can gain what you want. Whatever your heart so desire is a breakthrough you want. You have to put in the work for that breakthrough to come through. And I'm saying to myself, Lord, why you just keep pushing me? Literally in the house by myself, saying it, and then I remember I said it to my sister, and she said, girl, maybe it's the Lord helping you. The Lord see what you're going through, and He understand what you're going through, and you pray to Him for what you're going through. And maybe it's Him that is pushing you. It couldn't be nobody else. It gotta be Him, you know? Because when I pray my prayer, make sure it's a prayerful prayer that goes. I don't pray no prayer to no wishful prayer on anybody. I pray to God for direction, guidance, protection. Bless the home, bless the families, bless the minds, bless everything around us, even the people that, going, their head is going off, their mind is going away. You know what I mean? I pray for those people to gain back control of themselves. You know what I mean? But when you see the Lord working on you, you don't even know if it's Him working on you, because sometimes you say, why are you pushing me? Nobody around you pushing you, but you felt it. If you understand, if you ever have one of those things where you say, I don't want to do something, but you just felt like something pushing you. Nobody's around you but you. And it felt like everybody gone to bed, and it felt like somebody just keep pushing you, do this, do this. I'm like, why? you know and I have to learn that I had to look at it like this now, because that's how He gave you your thoughts. When you come in on live and you pray, that you ask Him to fill your mouth with praise, He will give you the praise you heart so desire. you know and I just think about it just now, and He said, when you go to a job, you pray for getting a job, and you get a job. You don't just get a paycheck right away. Yes, you pray, yeah, I get a job. But you don't just get that paycheck that your heart so desire to pay your bills or anything. You have to work for that paycheck. So the same thing when I'm pushing you, to encourage you, to motivate you, to shed light on you that you're more than what you see right here, is me telling you, young lady, you have more to offer. Young man, you have more to offer. Sometimes, family, if you listen to that intuition of yours, when I tell you, you never go wrong, and I have to start be obedient with that intuition of mine, because it's not leading me wrong. But the second intuition will be conflicting so much. They're like, what? It's like you're going back and forth. They call it contemplating. And I'm saying to myself, the Lord made no mistake. When He give us a task, or give us people around us, or anything, He made no mistake. when he give those people to us. Eh? He don't. We think he make a mistake. Or we think we made a mistake. But in order to learn, in order to grow, in order to develop, in order to be strengthened, in order to feel, oh, you two coming with the wildest thing. Have a junkie jar. Everybody probably have a junkie jar where they put their wires, cord, little stuff. Of course, somebody have a junkie jar. I got a junkie jar too. You throw stuff in there when you're ready. That's YouTube question there. You know? But it just that sometimes when you give your stuff, you're like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this. Why me? I remember even the other night I did this long form video, right? And I was literally all those long form video I did recently, I was pushed. Like somebody literally pushing me on my shoulder, my right shoulder. And I said, but I gotta go to bed. And I'm serious, people. I am literally serious because I'm always in tune with my intuition. I'm always praying, you know. And I'm saying, why? You know, and I'm like, man, I gotta go to bed. Because some days in last week I wasn't feeling so wonderful. I felt bloated and all of that. So I felt like I just want to go to bed. I'm like, okay. And I said, as soon as I said I want to go to bed, I hit go live, go live. I'm like, okay. And then I had to kick myself and say, let's not be disobedient. So I'm going to tell you all out here that if you're here and you're content creators and you're doing any content at all, and maybe one day, let's say you get up and or you're going somewhere, you hear the voice say, go live, go live. Don't heed that warning because it could be a breakthrough for you, it could be a blessing for you, but because you disobey, then you don't get to see what he needed to show you. So listen to that intuition of yours. Listen to, I don't know if you how spiritual you are, but if you get that push and you're wondering nobody's around you but you're being pushed, like you felt like you're being pushed. That's how, put it that way. That's how you felt. You don't see nobody push you, but you felt like somebody tap you on the shoulder and say, "Go live, go live." Because whatever you're praying for, He's gonna give it to you. But remember, He said He gonna give us a glimpse of what He have to offer us in the future. He already give us a glimpse. And it's for us to utilize it and capitalize on it so that the future can be foreseen. You understand? But if we neglect when he pushes us or tell us to do something and we disobey, then we won't be able to see what he have in store for us. He's like a little young girl, and I heard the story of this drowning man, and he said, God, I'm calling on you to save me. And God said, but I sent 3 different people to help you and you refuse all of them. What you want me to do? you know so don't disobey the calling that you're hearing, or the little motivational push that you get or you felt like you get, whichever shoulder. I get mine on the right shoulder, whichever one. And I've been struggling from the other day with it because I'm saying, where is this coming from? Is this real? And that night I was being pushed to go live. Those nights, even yesterday, I'm like, okay, why are you telling me to go live? Not when I go live, the times when I do the long form videos. And I'm saying, why are you telling? Because I was just gonna hang my spikes up for the night. Like you say, you're calling it a night and you're just gonna go to bed. Get the kids ready and you pray with them and tell them to go to bed. Because I try every night to make sure I pray with the kids. And if they go to bed and I forgot to pray for them, pray with them, not pray for them, pray with them. Then I have to pray over them, to ask God to cover us. And if I was mad at my kids or anything, I ask Him for redirection, for ordering my steps back to give me back control of me, from from anything at all, because as I said, we have to be honest with Him so He can be honest with us full on, fully, 100. No 50-50, 100. But I'm just letting you know, if you are out here as a content creator, and it doesn't matter what size content creator you are, and you hear that voice in you, or you felt like somebody being pushing you or something, take heed of that warning, because you might never know what was in store for you if you disobey what was in store for you. You won't be able to get a glimpse of the future because the glimpse he was giving you was pushing you to encourage you to turn that camera on, you know, to enlighten yourself, to feel encouraged. He was motivating you, but if you disobey it, he will give it to you again, you know. But you have to make sure within those 3 times he give it to you, you gotta be disobedient. Because if you don't be disobedient, so many people are in line waiting for their blessings. The songwriter say, I'm next in line for my blessing. So if you know that song, you will know what I'm talking about when it's I'm next in line. So many people are on the waiting list, waiting for their breakthrough. So when you see the Lord is holding you accountable to take that, you pray to him. Man, you gotta pray to him. You pray to him. And you give all your worries to him, all your problems, whatever it was, however your day was going or anything, and you give it all to him. And you pray to him. Yes, man, he gonna give it to you. But he give you a glimpse first. And that's what I know for sure. He give you a glimpse. It's like when my car used to break down, my minivan that I had before, and it was breaking down. And I remember I was watching DoorDash, and she said somebody take a chance on her and give her a car, even though she have to pay for it. But somebody give her the car, and all she have to do now is work to pay back for the car or whatever. And I was watching her, and she was saying something that anything you want, somebody can give it to you, just like how somebody give it to me. And I remember after I finished that live, I said, God, I am carless, and I know somebody is going to take a chance on me. I don't know who it is, but I know what I told God. I said, God, make a dealership take a chance on me. A dealership I asked him for, not a private owner or anything. I said, Lord, let a dealership take a chance on me. Because I was watching that young lady video. And sometimes when she speaks, she's so motivated, always motivating, but sometimes it resonates with you because you're going through something and you felt everything that the Lord speak to that young person there to speak to somebody else. And if you're going through something, it will resonate with you. Anything somebody is saying that is uplifting and encouraging, it will resonate with you. If you're going through stuff, if you're going through struggles, it will resonate with you. At this point, then you felt like this is your hope to get back on track. This is your way to uplift yourself. And I remember watching that young lady, and she said somebody took a chance on her and gave her that car. And I remember I was in that same boat where I needed somebody to take that chance. And I said, it's a dealership. And I said, God, make a dealership take a chance on me. I've seen that you work through others. And DoorDash was the example that he showed me, I was watching her and everything. And I said, you take a chance on DoorDash. And she said, we just have to go for what we want, and I'm coming to you as my spiritual father to ask you to let this person, a dealership, I didn't know which dealership will take a chance on me, but I'm coming to you to ask you to let a dealership, be specific, to let a dealership take a chance on me. And lo and behold, guys, a dealership take a chance on me on August 6, 2025. I remember I slept in my minivan that day. Somebody was keeping my keys, and I slept in that minivan waiting at the deal. Before I even know this was going to be a birthday, let me tell you, before I go to the dealership, I went to this car place to get my window fixed. Anybody remember my minivan? It's on YouTube. When my minivan window was didn't want to wind back up after I go to the Secretary of State on the 4th of August to get my registration renewed, because that's when it's my birthday. So I went to the Secretary of State, nice and good. Okay, everything was cool. Went inside, came back out, wind on the window because it was piping hot. Wind on the window, and the window just dropped down in the thing, and it would not wind back up. So I had to roll around. That day we were supposed to go somewhere to go eat, and I couldn't. And I was a little frustrated at the time, but then I had to get some tape And then my neighbor across the street, I called him and tell him what happened, and he said, "All right, when you come back, tell you what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna try to see if we could get it back up." But he said, "No, I'm sorry. The thing inside of it not gonna go back up. It seems like it's broken. You gonna have to ride around with tape, and it's on the driver's side of the car." So he helped me tape it up with some bags I have upstairs, some clear bags, and I get the tape and everything, and he tape up the window and tin pizza crust and YouTube asked me that question, and we roll around for a few days with it. But for me, it just couldn't sit well with me because it was the passenger, it was the driver's side of the window. So I went back to the dealership that had did the tune up for me. Not the dealership, the car lot, the way you call it, the place that did the tune up for me. I went back there and I asked him how much to fix the window. And then I remember the week before, 2 weeks before, I had told him, I took my neighbor there, and the neighbor said, "Listen, man, I'm tired of people getting over on her. So please don't get over on this young lady here. You know, there's a lot of money going, getting over with, lost a lot of money, yes. And the problem was still the same, never fixed, but lost all that money. But anyway, so I slept at the dealership that morning in the car with the window still taped, waiting for them to come, because they told me to come early in the morning. And when I go that morning, my neighbor said, "Okay, tell you what to do. When you get there and they come, call me." The car place that I went to fix the car at the dealership, sorry, they told wake me up, and they said, "Girl, you wouldn't even wake up." I was so tired, guys. I was very tired, because I was running up and down doing some stuff. I was very tired. So anyway, when they finally decided to fix the car now, they said this is him. They were fixing it, and they told me, "This is what we're gonna do for you." Because I called my neighbor and they talked to my neighbor and they said, "All right, don't worry, we got her." He said, "This is what I'm gonna do for you. We know this car dealership, because it don't make no sense to do anything else to the car. It's gonna cost you too much money, and it's not worth fixing." I said, "Tell you what we're gonna do for you, young lady. Today. Mind you, I didn't know this first, what they're gonna do. They said we could help you trade this car in for $0 down. All you gotta do is pay the monthly fee and whatever is there." And the man said there is a 2019 there. That's what he told me. He said there's a 2019. I said, "Like what kind of vehicle?" He said there's a 2019 vehicle there at the dealership. They have some 2019 vehicle there at the dealership that you're driving a nice one. I said, "Okay." And I said, "What? You could help me trade this car in?" He said he could talk to the dealership for me, and he could trade this car in for $0 down for me, just for me. He said he will do it because he see the struggles. Because I've been going to that shop for a while, but they are new owners. But I told him I used to come there when the other owners were there, and he said just for me, he will do it. And he said, right now I could do it. You tell me you're going right now, and I do. And I said, "But I have to go home and pick my kids up. Okay, I was a mommy with my kids. I have to worry about them. And I said, I called and I said, "All right, get the kids them ready, and all of us I'm gonna come and pick you guys up, and we all gonna drive and go to this dealership." And he gave me the address. He made the phone call and told them I am coming, and he told them she and our kids gonna come and our neighbor, and the rest was history. On the 6th of August, that same day I went to go in. I still had to fix the window because he said if you're gonna trade in a car, you don't want to trade in a car that have issues like broken windows or so. Fix the window, so I had to fix the window. It cost me almost $400, but I fixed the window, and then I had to, after I fixed the window, then I had to go and go trade it in. So he gave me the address and everything. Then I had to come back home, grab the kids, and then head that way to go get the van. Because if somebody taking a chance on you, I'm not gonna tell you tomorrow. No, I'm telling you, yeah, I can do it now. Anything that I was gonna do and is not important, it could wait. You see what I'm saying? And that's how everything started, guys. From going to a place to go get my car started out, the window started out, Car leaving me in the middle of the road. Yes, car used to leave me in the middle of the road and everything. I remember one morning, as soon as I get to the light, the car stopped, and I said, Lord, help me. Not today, because I only have one towing left. One towing left on my triple A. When I tell you, I maximize my triple A. But remember, I watched Odash and she was saying somebody took a chance on her. I even remember the day when she said if she don't pay her car note or something, they're gonna take it back. And I remember I commented under that young lady video and I said, your vehicle will never be taken away from you. And I don't know if it was coming from me or who. It gotta be God. Because I was watching her video and she said what she said, and at this time I know the struggle of going through with a car. And I remember I commented under that video and I said, your car will never be taken away from you. God got you. And just like that, did I know, yes, you get good news. She was able to get the money, people was able to help her out, and get the car, paid and everything, and her rent as well, and get her back on track. And little did I know, through her story, I was also able to be blessed. Because I was watching that young lady, and when she said somebody took a chance on her, I'm saying, wow. And I said, Lord, I start praying. Because she said, you got to believe it, you got to pray. And I start praying, and I said, Lord, I need the dealership to take a chance on me. And on the 6th of August, a dealership take a chance on me through my mechanic that I went to. They said, tell you what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta lose to win too, people. Don't think it's always games. Sometimes you gotta lose in life. Because look, that day, I said, okay, my $300 was gonna stay in my pocket. No, it didn't. $300 I had in my pocket, it didn't stay in there. I had to fix the window. So even though you said, tell you what we can do, we have to fix the window for you. And then when they ordered the thing for the window, it wasn't the right one. Then we have to wait a little longer. And I'm telling you, even through good things, trials come. Good things don't just come to you like, here you go, no problem. It come with its own hurdles. Eh? Because even after we get the things and they say, okay, you don't have to worry, we're going to get your parts and fix it so you could be on your way. Lord, lo and behold, there was hiccups. The parts wasn't the right one. We had to send it back. They had to send it back. So I had to wait a little longer. But you know what? Patient. As one song, right? As one YouTuber in right this song said, be patient. You got to be patient. Which sometimes we don't have. And that's the honest truth. Sometimes we don't have it. You know? Especially when we worked out. But little did I know that the Lord answered prayer, and exactly what I said, a dealership. Maybe when I mean dealership, you go directly on a lot to go pick the car out. And little did I know, I was so happy. I remember that day I saw the guy, the same one who called the dealership, and told him I saw him at the dealership. He said, you got it. I said, yes. Yes, I got it. I got it. We run and hug up like I know this man from Adams. Guys, I run and hug this white man up like I know this man from Adams. I'm telling you, when the Lord is blessing you, when somebody turn your situation, your circumstances into joy, happiness, you don't even know how you're going to react, guys. I'm telling you, you don't know how you're going to react. You don't know, because you're so overjoyed, you're so overwhelmed, you're so blessed, you're so thankful, you're so grateful. You don't know you don't know if you're going to run, do a victory lap. You don't know if you're going to shout for joy. You don't know. But I'm telling you, if anybody that is out here and you see the Lord is telling you to do something, you just make sure you listen to that intuition of yours. Eh? Just listen to it, be obedient. Sometimes you say, like, not now, I gotta go. But if you know you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes to spare, and you see He telling you to do something, just make sure it's the Father you're praying to. Your prayerful Father. You know what I mean? Just make sure it's the right person you're praying to for Him to come and help you. It's me, Try. How are you? Greetings. How are you this morning? Greetings, Try. How are you doing? Greetings. Just make sure it's the right prayer. Because I'm telling you, the Lord answer prayer, guys. The Lord answer prayer. The other day I'm here again. You say, hello, hello, Chai, good morning, good morning. The other day I'm here again. And I said, wow, I needed some things to take care of some bills. And I said, everything is like a limbo. Bless up yourself, Chai. He said, thank you, you're welcome. And that's why one of the things I learned, I'm going to say, always help people when you can. Because you never know when you are going to be in a situation and need others to help you. It's a true story. Always help. It doesn't matter if it's your family member, your friends, or something. Don't hesitate when they reach out to you if you can help them. If you're in, even if it's not a big position, because it's not a big position you have to be in to help somebody. You just have to have a good heart. Always help when you can. Because let me tell you something. You see those blessings when you bless somebody? You see when you're in a situation, those same people gonna come through for you. And if you don't believe, don't bless nobody. And then when you in a situation you want somebody to bless you, you're not gonna happen. You have to give to receive, people. When I tell you, I remember when things was in a way for me. And when people reach out to me and I could do what I could do, I do it. I never harden my ears. Never. When they say I need this and I need that. And guys, when I tell you I never harden my ears, and let me tell you something, I find myself in a ditch. And guess who coming to help me? The blessing of the Lord, because I never hardened my ears to help when somebody called me and say, hey, I never run away from them. I never walked away from them. And I witness these people when I'm calling them and say, Ray, witness them stepping up and say, no, we can't afford for this for you. No, we can't afford for that for you. No, and I'm saying, the power of you learning to just give without even worry. As the songwriter said, why worry when you can pray? Don't you be like doubtful Thomas. Guys, let me tell you something, man. When you can give, give. Because you see that multiplication, you see there's going to be time, when you going to fall off track. But you see your multiplication is going to multiply your blessing back for you. Because you were multiplying. You were obedient. You followed through. You were able to bless people. You were able to do this, do that. Let me tell you something. When you fall and hard times, the Lord will be there. Because when they say you plant a seed, you already plant your seed. Because you were already blessing others. That's your seed you planted. You plant your seed and you didn't worry about it. You didn't look back. You didn't say, oh, I'm not helping this person. No, don't complain. Because you never know when your situation is going to turn into somebody else's situation. And then you say, oh man, I find myself down here. What am I doing down here? You don't have nothing to do what am I doing down here. Sometimes the Lord have to put us down here to show us what we are missing out on is the multiplication. We were multiplying. And sometimes he have to put us down there to show us that, hey, that's why we say you have to give to receive. Because the times when I have it, and if I wasn't sowing my seed and sowing it correctly, I wouldn't be able to be blessed. I don't think so. Because if you don't give nothing, how you going to receive something? Think about it. If you don't give nothing, how you going to receive something? And I never harden my ears. Never. And I'm here to tell anybody out here, don't look at people and judge them. Don't look at their circumstances and judge them. If you can help, help, because you're just multiplying your blessing. You don't know one day what's going to happen to you, and you're going to need those multiplication to be multiplying in your favor now. The table turn. You don't know when the table going to turn on you. So listen to me. Don't harden your ears when you have to sow a seed. Do not. Because I remember I give away so much. So much. I won't tell you how much. But look how it come back for me. Those so much become my so much now. Yeah, I'm telling you guys. Oh, I'm telling you. And I remember when I reach out and I was talking to the person, and they say, you know what, we can't leave you hanging, because one thing with you, I know you never left me hanging, never. And I told the person to reach out to somebody else. And she said, no, I'm not doing that. She said, you know, for me, they will reach out for me. I said, reach out to that person. And they said, what? No, we have to get her. We have to help her. We have to help her. Because guess what? When that person was in their lowest, don't know they bedded from their bed food, my doors were open. Everything was open. My doors, my blessings in different ways, like, you know, you bless somebody or so financially or so, everything was open. My house was open, everything was open. Never hesitate to help those person when they were down on their knees. And let me tell you something, little did I know the Lord was gonna work in my favor. And when that person reached out to the person, because I don't have the number, but I know somebody who have the number, and I said, reach out to this person, and she reached out and told the person what happened, and they said, no, 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 give her this for me. Just give it to her. I don't need nothing back. Just give it to her. Because you see, when you can plant your seed, plant it. Because you never know when you same one gonna reap that seed. You never know when you are gonna be in a predicament and you need to reap the seed you had sown. Don't harden your ears. Because if I did, ooh, my blessing would not be many. He said, my worries are few, but my blessings are many. I'm telling you. Now it's like I can take a deep breath and say, thank you, Jesus. So I'm telling you, don't harden that ears, people. Don't. You be like, don't follow the people them who don't want to plant a seed. Or they only pick and choose who to plant a seed. You plant a seed wherever you go. Even when you see the madman on the street or the mad woman on the street, we call them mad people on the street. And if they ask you for a dollar, you can give them that dollar. It's a seed you're planting and you are multiplying. One day you will never know. I remember one day I was on the street walking. No, we stopped at a gas station, me and my immediate family. And I remember seeing this man came up to us at the car and he said, hey, young lady, this is for you. I said, this is for me? He said, yes, it's for you. He said, that I remember the day it was a winter. And he said, I remember the day when I said, you probably don't remember me, which I didn't remember him. But when he started to tell me the story, that's when I remember him. He said, young lady, I remember I came to your job. And I said to you, please, I just want a cup of tea. I will eat nothing all morning and everything, and I'm homeless. And you never harden your ears or your heart or anything. I remember you fixed me breakfast and gave me a cup of tea with your own money. And this man saw me and my immediate family at the time at the gas station getting gas. And they so happened to run into this person. And this been probably almost 6 months down the road, and this person still remember me. Just remember, you might not remember somebody who you have walked in their life, but they will remember you because you did something the unthinkable for them when they think there was no. And that man, I remember when I gave him the breakfast and everything, he cried. He cried. That man cried. And he was walking and he gets something in his hand and he said, young lady, this is for you. And I said, no, no, I can't take it. He said, no, 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 this is for you. This is for you. And guys, he said, this is for me. Actually, I think I still got that same thing he gave to me. He gave it to me. I still got it. And this is 18? And I still got the stuff he gave me. I still got it. I just flash back and say, yes, I still got it. Wow. From 2018 till now, I still got it. So it just goes to show when you plant a seed, don't plant a seed to say, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not. No, don't be what they call it, disobedient. Don't be disobedient because you never know when your situation is going to fall like somebody else. And guess what? Your multiplication is what going to help you because you were multiplying. Multiply when you can, because it's not all the time you're going to be able to multiply, but you see, when you can multiply, multiply, because the seed you multiply with your plant. How many times people plant maybe two, three seed in a hole, but they're reaping more than what they even sow sometimes? How many seeds sometimes you plant in a hole, but look at all the fruits you get from that seed? People who have a garden, look at that seed that you plant. That one seed give you so many. That one seed you plant. And that's why you cannot harden your ears or follow people who look down and say, oh, I'm not giving. If you see a madman on the street and they ask you for $1, if you have the dollar, give it to them. If you don't have it and it's a 50 cent, they will take it. Because sometimes most of you use card or so, but if you have a look, they still take it. Give them what you got. Don't harden your ears, because listen to me. Sometimes, like I normally say, and you will hear this. I say we look at other people and see how they transition. We look at other people and see how they get sick. We look at other people and see how they fall. But we don't know how we gonna fall, and we don't know what's gonna multiply our blessing. You understand? We can look at other people and we can look at their circumstances, but we don't know how we gonna fall. We probably see how we rising because we have a job, we're working, we're doing this, we're doing that. But do you know one time you don't have something, how you gonna fall? You don't know. Do you know how much longer you're gonna hold on that string you're holding on to? Do you know? No. And that's why it's very important, if you ever see that madman on the street, don't hesitate. Oh, I'm not giving him that. Oh, listen, if he take it and do wrong with it, that's on him. His blessing is the one that multiply, not yours. You give from a good place. You don't give from a place where you're worried about what they're gonna do with the money. That's on them, because guess what? The next time they ask you for money and they take it to do something bad, the Lord not gonna make you give it to them to do something bad again. Enough. So you have to be obedient. You're not obedient to be obedient. You have to be obedient. You plant the seed, and anybody have gardening, when you plant the seed, you don't plant 20 seed in one little hole. You spread the seed out. You multiply, but you spread the seed out. You space it out. But look at how the fruits grow. That seed grow up into a plant, then it turn all the way into whatever it need to turn into, and give you so much. So much. So if you can look at a seed and see how the seed multiply for you, same way your blessing multiply when you're not afraid to bless somebody. Same way. The only thing I tell people, if I bless you, I don't want you to bless me back. I want you to bless somebody else. So that means you might go somewhere and somebody bless you now, for example, when you didn't have it, right? And then you go somewhere. And when you go somewhere else, let's say you're in a grocery line and somebody had blessed you months back with something. You turn around, oh, I gotta give you back. No, 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 no. This is what you do. Somebody, you're gonna meet people, and they might say, oh, I only short $1 and I only short this. That's the time you are gonna bless somebody, because you're standing there. I remember when you wanted to you don't have to ask a blessing nowadays. If you're a person who just got bless people, you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to ask $1. Because somebody gonna stand in that line. I remember the days when they felt like you in that position. They gonna remember, say, hey, I was in this position once and somebody took a chance on me. Somebody blessed me. I remember I went down in Clark's side with my friend there, lady friend there, and we were in the store, and this lady bill came up. We were in the thrift store, and this lady bill came up to a few dollars, and then she said, "Man, I need to run to my car to get $2." And I remember I had take out my purse more than what I wanted that day, and I don't know, for some reason I only needed probably about $20, and I end up took out 20 something dollars. I think $24. And the lady wanted $2 and change, and I was able to give it to her. I said, no, no, I'll give it to you. You don't have to run to your car. I said, I'll give it to you. And she said, are you for real? I said, yes. I said, listen, many times people take a chance on me. And she said, I'm going to go give it back to you. I said, no, 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 no. What you do is bless somebody. If you go somewhere else and you see somebody short something, that's how you plant your seed. Not bless the person who bless you, but to go out there and soar to new heights. It's like when you, as parents, this is how we plant our seed. We have our children, And whatever we did to get in life, we are making sure our children get it, right? We're blessing them more than how we were blessed, right? And you're making sure that everything that you didn't get, you're giving it to your children. When they grow up, it's for them to grow up and start do the work that they know you used to do. Or so I love to do this, and my mom always giving. My mom is always this. My mom is always that. But things you're gonna instill in those children are gonna help shape them to grow up and realize that, hey, I've seen my mom struggle, but she always blessing somebody. I've seen my mom struggle, or my dad struggle, my auntie struggle, whosoever struggle, but they never hesitate from blessing somebody. So don't look at the man on the street and look down on him. Don't look down at nobody, period. If you have the wherewithal to bless, bless. And sometimes it's your last dollar, but if you didn't really need that dollar, you can bless somebody, your good gas in your car, everything. Bless the person. Because you don't know when you're going to want somebody to multiply your blessing. You don't know. Because you can't pray to God, God, please have somebody help me. But you, when you were having it, you wouldn't even plant your seed. You wouldn't even multiply. But when you're in a predicament, you want the world to multiply for you. You got to multiply. Not just take away and not just subtract. You got to multiply. You got to add. You got to add value. Yeah? Not just always take, but you got to multiply. Even a seed, you plant the seed, and when you go on a tomato tree, how many tomatoes you're getting from that one tree you plant? You're reaping tomatoes after tomatoes after tomatoes. Eh? You have one chicken or so in your coop, and that chicken be giving you eggs and eggs and eggs, multiply, multiply. And you have to feed that chicken in order for that chicken to keep multiplying. Because if you're not feeding that chicken will die of hunger. But when you multiply, your blessing is right up there. And when you fall down, he will never leave you because you weren't afraid to multiply. You weren't afraid to bless somebody. You weren't afraid to do nothing. And that's why we have to always be thankful for the liquor that he gave to us. Sometimes it's not the person who have a whole lot, sometimes bless people, It's the people who sometimes just have $2 to spare. They multiply. We all can multiply. But when we multiply, we don't need to multiply or worry about what people gonna do with the money or anything. Just bless them. Bless the person that you can bless. If you don't have it, then you just don't have it. But don't have it, I say you don't have it. If you can bless somebody, just bless somebody. Because you never know. Because if I wasn't planting my seed, eh? If I wasn't helping people, if I wasn't doing what I need to do, when I was in those predicaments, would I be blessed? I don't know. As quickly as possible, would I be blessed? I don't know. Would he have favored me? I don't know. Because I was planting my seed, so I can't tell you on the other side if somebody would have really take a quick chance at me that quick, that fast. Just like that. I don't know. But I believe when you multiply, your blessings will come when it's needed. Not when you want it, when it's needed. And just like I always tell you guys, if I am not needing of something right now, I'm not going to come and say I need this and I need that when I don't need it right now. Because it don't make no sense. You take, and you don't need it. Yeah? When other people out there right now want the blessing right now, like literally right now, they need that blessing. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things when the Lord blesses you, you gotta bless somebody else. Because when you bless somebody else, little did you know he gonna favor you. And you gonna know you gonna know when he favored you, because you're gonna find yourself in some dark times too. You don't know what that dark time gonna be until you find yourself in it. And you're gonna realize, wow, thank God I was planting my seed. Now this is when you realize that what if I was disobedient? would he be doing what he was doing for me so quickly, so fast? Because once you plant a seed, it's like you fill out an application, then you stand a chance of being called for a job. Doesn't mean you're gonna be called for a job, but because you fill out the application, you stand a chance. But if you don't fill something out, you don't have no chance to know how quickly you're gonna get something because you didn't fill out nothing, you didn't start nothing. You see what I'm saying? But when you start something, you fill something out, then you stand a chance. You got a chance. Just look at the seed. Even a tomato tree. Many people plant one tomato tree, but how many tomatoes did that tree multiply and give to these people? So every day in our life, we must learn to bless somebody. Whether it's true, some people cook and bless people. Sometimes it's the last they use and cook and feed people. Sometimes they don't have barely anything for themselves, but they know that the Lord is still blessing them. So they still go out there and sow a seed. They still go out there and multiply. We gotta multiply. Because they say you reap what you sow. That saying is true. You do reap what you sow. And if you plant good seed, you will reap good seed. Whatever you plant, that's what you're gonna reap. So I'm telling you, because somebody take a chance on me, guys. Somebody take a chance on me, and I know others out here feel like they need somebody to take a chance on them. But I'm telling you, make sure you're doing your legwork too. And even if you didn't think you were doing anything to bless somebody, doesn't have to say, oh, this person need to go get a job, this person need to go. That don't have nothing to do with your blessing. Don't cast your blessing to in bad mouth somebody. That don't have nothing to do with anything. When you need to bless somebody, you will know you bless somebody. Don't be hesitant to say, oh, this person need to know. That don't have nothing to do, because there's gonna be time when you could be sick, hurt yourself, fall out of somewhere, and you're gonna need somebody to bless you. And somebody gonna remember that, hey, this person blessed me without I even ask. This person I didn't even know God bless me. And somebody just take a chance and me and bless me. Your multiplication will become your multiplication later too. Because the seed you plant, you multiply in that seed. So look at what you're planting. You don't have to worry about what you're going to reap, because you know you're going to reap it back 10 times fold. So you have to just make sure that it's something good you're planting. Not planting and complaining. Not planting and worry about, I'm only going to be selective of this and I'm only going to be selective of that. If the Lord was supposed to be selective of us, then many of us would not be here, because then he'd wipe out the bad seed. Yeah? But in order to strike this balance in this way, we got to learn to bless. Even if you're out there now, you see somebody on the street and they say, Mom, Miss, so and so, I beg you $10, $50. If you have it and you can give it to them, multiply. Because you never know when sometimes you have money, people, and you're going to the store, but you only carry $20 because you didn't want to overspend. Sometimes you're going to the store. Doesn't mean you didn't have anything in you, but you didn't want to overspend. So you say, I'm going in there with $20. Little did you know, everything skyrocket now. Rise up, raise. So you go in there think $20 was going to give you the cereal, the milk, the piece of chicken thigh, or the chicken breast, and something else, maybe look at snacks or look at vegetable. You think that $20 was going to, buy everything. And that's how comes you will run short into anything. And then you realize that, hey, man, hold on, I go back to the car, and that's when somebody gonna bless you. Or the people that don't want you, hold on, I'll pay for it for you. Ain't that your blessing? But if you remember, you plant your seed. Everywhere you go, you plant your seed. Somebody asks you for something, or sometimes you see somebody stand up at the corner shop and you can bless them. You bless them. I have some guys, when I go to the gas station, sometimes they're ready to pump my gas. And I remember last year Christmas, I called one of them and I said, here you go. You bless them. It's not all the time you're going to have something to bless, but you bless when you can. Because the blessing you give today is also can be the blessing you receive tomorrow. Because nobody not going to see that they hear your story or see that you you were doing this to help them, and then they get out their situation and see you struggling and not turn around and help you. And if their turnaround to help you could mean that they come to help offer you this, or send somebody to say, hey, we don't want to go, we want to send somebody to bless this person. And you're probably, who is this anonymous person? You ever see some people remain anonymous? They know you, and they know if you know who they are, they probably say no, 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 no. So they have to remain anonymous so they could bless you because they see you struggling. You know, let me tell you how the Lord work again. I was in a situation, and this person take the last dime and give it to me, and I felt so bad. I remember I started praying. I said, God, please help this person to get back some money. Because I felt bad. They take their last dime and give it to me. And I felt so bad. And I said, you know what, Lord, please bless this person. Please help this person to get back some money in their pocket and stuff. And did you know I get a call the following day after I just speak out it aloud to God to bless this person? Because now they left empty. The person come and say, hey, guess what? I'm like, I just prayed yesterday for God to bless you. So when you plant, you reap. And you will reap in due time. Whatever you sow, you will reap and he said due time, because guess what? You might not need nothing now, but you don't know how long further down the road, you don't know how long further down the line, or anything. And even when you go to church, you bless the offering pan. Don't worry about what the pastor going to do with it. That's on him. Your multiplication is yours, not his. You bless. Don't hesitate. I remember when I had baby, and I go to church, and I always donate, drop money in the pan, or if I have enough, I put more in there, for donation or whatever. And let me tell you something. When I had baby, my pastor sent somebody to the house to bless me. So can you imagine if I was only going to church to take? The pastor sent somebody at my house with an envelope, said that the pastor wanted to bless me. Yes, with a we call it token. Send somebody at my house, a minister. They sent to the house to come and bless me. So let me tell you something. When you always planting your seed and multiplying, the Lord will help you out. But can't be hard on yourself. Can't look at this person. Oh, I'm not doing. No. That's your blessing you're taking away from you, not the other person. Don't be hard. I'm telling you, you can't be hard. Because that's your blessing you're losing out on. Your multiplication. Remember when you're multiplying, you keep adding. When you're multiplying, you're getting bigger and bigger. Look at me. I bless somebody. I remember somebody reached out to me and said, hey, Jean girl, Himalata 1985, say good morning, how you doing? Greetings. How are you this morning? I remember I blessed somebody too. I remember somebody reached out to me when I was in good things, and somebody reached out to me and said, hey, I need you to help me get a car. Yeah? They say, how much is the car you need? That's what the person said. I said, how much is the car you need? And they told me the car they're looking at, and it's cost XYZ. I said, okay. You think I hard my ears? I just said, okay. I said, when do you need it? He said, as soon as you can. I said, okay. That's when when I could do it. But I'm just showing you how your multiplication can come back to you. Okay, you're multiplying, and little did you know, it's like putting money in the bank, and some bank what they call a high yield account, and what happened? You grow interest, or you invest your money. What happened on that money you invest? Yeah? If you use a smart investment, what happened on that money? It keep turning over. That's why you see they encouraging us now to start these things. Even if you didn't start. Sometimes it's a risk. Well, everything in life is a risk. Everything in life is a risk. Trust me, everything in life is RSK. It's a risk. Anything you're doing, it's a risk you take. Eh? Everything is a risk. And I help that person get the car. Yes. But now, the blessing, the blessing, just we don't look and judge. You know, I used to work at this restaurant, and there is some young people came in there. One is a nurse now. I think two of them turned a nurse now. If I see them now, I don't even remember them. And they came, then they were going to high school. One of them, mom had passed away, and they used to come, and if they shot anything or they call me auntie, they used to call me auntie. Can we get something to eat today? I said, what do you guys want? Or they will say, hey, I have $3. Can we get some this? Can we get some that? And I will take the money out my tip pan. And that's another thing I tell people. When you see me working at any fast food, when you tip, that tip don't go to me sometime before the night done. That tip is done. I'm serious. Before the night is done, that tip is done. Because somebody go come, hey sis, hey auntie. By the time I leave out of there, I don't got no tip. Because I give it away. Somebody short something or somebody come in and say, hey sis, I need $1. Hey sis, I need $2. Okay, here you go. And you be surprised. You know? I mean, people all used to come in the church and they say, hey, I only got $2. You got a tip? The tip suit a lot of purpose. It depends on the person who get in the tip. I'm not afraid to take my tip and bless somebody because somebody just blessed me. That tip was being blessed. That tip was just somebody blessed me. You understand? By the time I leave, I remember one time my boss said, you too kind. I said, but you know, because I grew up in an era where struggle was struggle. I don't grow up having no bunch of this, bunch of that, anything. So when somebody come and say so and so, mind you, you gotta know how to select your battles. You gotta remember that. You have to know how to select your battles. You gotta know how to select the tasks. It's like doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, whatever. And you gotta select the task you want to select. You understand? Mind you, everything is about you're not just going out there and say, hey, no, let's say go. Everything is have to be done correctly. You understand? You have to be done correctly. You will know when something is being done correctly. Your intuition will help guide you along the way. You know? So you don't have to worry about that. How does it mean done correctly? You will know. You will know when something done correctly. You will know it come to you. You don't have no hesitation. You understand? So you will know that. When that time comes, when they say when the right time comes, so when the right time comes, you will know. But I'm telling you, the Lord work in mysterious ways. But when we being obedient and we're not hardening our heart, He even work greater miracles. Greater miracles. And sometimes you wonder, what? Keep multiplying your seed. Don't harden your heart. Don't hesitate. Because you never know when you're going to be, the coin is going to flip on you, head or tail. You don't know when you're going to be at the tail. You don't know. None of us know when we're going to be at the tail. It's like they have this popular saying to say, this minute you're here and the next minute you're not. So we don't know when we're not going to be here. We don't know when we're not going to be at the head no more. We don't know when things going to get out of control. Look at my man in the height of his career. And that disease just come and take him over. And now we have to be cared for. Man that make movies and we see him in the eyes of everything. We loved him and everything. So you just don't know. Some things come and take you over. It's like your power is gone. But guess what? If you have people around you that are good around you, they will make sure that your power is still with you. They will make sure you're still good. They will make sure you're taken care of. They will make sure everything is good because you were a good person. So there's no need to question. There's no need to be mad. There's no need to be upset. There's no need to say, I'm not doing this. No. And that's why when time you planting your seed, don't worry about the man that you're going to plant the seed with. Whatever they do with their seed, that's their judgment, not yours. And that's what I have to learn. Anything I'm going to do for somebody, whatever they do with it, that's on them. Because I tell the Lord all the time, if somebody tell me they want it for an apple and then they take it and go do something else, that's on them. Just show me next time if I'm making this error again. Show me that mistake that I made. You pray about everything, He will lead you. He said, lead not unto our own understanding. That He said, in all thy ways, we have to acknowledge Him so He can continue to direct our path. Not we trying to direct our path, because if we continue to try to direct our path, it's not going to work. There is this man used to come to church, and he said, if I was supposed to take control of my life, I don't know what would have happened. And this was a man off the street. Even the other day, I stopped at the gas station and I saw a madman, and they call him madman because they're on the street. And I saw him the other day, and I called to him because I know who he is. And I called to him and he said, "Hey, sis." Everybody turned around looking at me like, "You know this man?" And he said, "Hey, sis, how are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing good and everything." And he said, "Can I pump your gas, sis?" I said, "Yeah." And then I get out there and I give him something in his hand. And he said, "Thank you, sister." And he said, "Good seeing you, good seeing you." You know, because sometimes people look at madman and think they don't have a conversation. Sometimes people look at madman and think they don't have a life. So, listen, somebody bet, if you want some motivation, just have a good madman friend or something. Eh? Life with roots is a him say amen. Yes, man. Sometimes you're going through stuff and you go at a gas station and see you just a madman on the street. All of them is not madman. Some of them is just out there trying to, make up bread for themselves. Nothing wrong with that, you know. And but you recognize them, or so you see they call you, and everybody's turning on looking at you. Where you come from calling to, because some people look at them and say, "Get away from my car, get away." No, I'm not running my blessing. Thank you, Life with Rule. Blessings to you and welcome, welcome. So I'm telling you, continue to plant your seed, guys. I've seen everybody see me jump out the truck and they're looking like, where is this girl know this man from? And I'm asking the guy, I said, how is everything? You've been up there and you've been up here or so? We were asking if he'd been up this place. And we were laughing and I said, man, good seeing you, man, because I know this man since 2019. I know him and everything on the street there, and he always called me sister and everything. Let me tell you something, man. Some of the greatest protector I've ever seen that protect me here in America, sad to say, it's the people on the street. They sat down, their whole conversation with me, and who they right enjoying the conversation? Me. They sat there and they have conversation with me, guys, and we laugh, we joke, because they know me from working in a restaurant, or so forth. Or see me go to a church and they probably come in there because it's a church I go to, they do give away food or so. And they see me and sometimes they come to me, "Hey, sis, you don't got no money." So sometimes I go to church and if I see them or so, I know if you have few dollars in my pocket, because, they going to ask for something. And then I have to ask if I got money. You know, I used to go to church. I have this other lady, and she would come to me and she say, "Hey, so and so, my child need to go here. My child need to go to this competition. We just need XYZ. Do you mind be a sponsor?" Not a problem. You plant your seed, because you never know, guys. You know what this song say? You never know if you don't try. So you don't know. You gotta plant your seed. You got to plant your seed. Mind you, know, you have to make sure you're in line with your intuition. Don't just go there and just say, "Okay, somebody told me to plant a seed." So you have to have your rationale behind it. You have to go to your Father and pray to Him, because everything that we pray for in life, He give it to us. But we have to go to Him with our honest self. We have to go to Him. We have to go to Him. We can't just go to Him and tell Him half a story and think that the half a story is enough for Him to say, "Okay, where do I start?" It's just like going to court. You're going to court and you say, "Oh, I haven't done anything wrong," but you still have to carry your proof. You still have to tell your part of the story. You still have to have evidence to back up what you're saying. You understand? So everything requires you to be honest with your Father, and He will work it out for you. He will work it out. I'm telling you, sometimes you see some stories, and if I have to sit down and tell the stories, you're like, what? But they're stories. They're my stories, you know? But I never lose hope. As the songwriter said, don't lose your way with each passing day. He said, don't throw it away. Keep believing. He said, dreams are forever, wonders are waiting to start if you hold on together. He said, he know your dreams will never die. He said, dreams see us through forever, where clouds roll by for you and I. It's a song. So we can't lose our way. And sometimes these songs that he gave these people this ability to sing, you think of them and you're like, I wonder what this person was going through when they created this song. But then if you should turn it around and say, you know what? The power of God is always raining to someone to come to you. However way you're going through something, that's the most time you learn about something that was in your face and didn't even know of it, is when you're going through stuff. You didn't know that you could go here and get some help. You didn't know that help was available for this kind of sickness. You didn't know that help was here for this kind of symptoms. You didn't know that help was here for if you're facing this or facing. You wouldn't know, because you never have to be in that predicament before. But you know what going to teach you now is when you're in it, you realize that, hey, something is here to help you. Don't be afraid. Something is here. Even people who cook and give to others, that's their multiplication. If cooking is a way they can show their multiplication, that's them multiplying, making sure people, even if you got it, but sometimes, you fall on hard times or so forth because of bills. They're making sure that they have a meal on the table for you. That's one less stress off your head. That's one thing you don't have to worry about, because it's a blessing in disguise for you. Something is always out there to bless you when you multiply. You just don't know which angle it's gonna come from. He give us east, west, north, and south. Don't worry where it's coming from. Continue to do what you gotta do. Continue to do what we gotta do. And let me tell you something. In times of need, he will be there. He said need, never say want. He said in times of need, he will be there. Sometimes people will probably say, why are you talking about what God doing, but God not doing nothing for me? That means you need to get closer to him. All of you, I want to mean all of you, your whole body. Not just one part of you going to God, the whole part of you. Your mental, your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, your psychology, every part that he give you, all those alleys. Walk them all to him, so you can see what he's going to do. You can't leave out anything and say, but the Lord not doing nothing for me. He doing something. He don't do nothing on our time. But he come right on time. He comes right on times. But we have to walk those alleys. But you see that spiritual alley? Even if you never have it, you have to start having it. Because that spiritual part of you have to be in everything you're doing, so that you can see what you need to see, in terms of when you feel like you're alone. That part of you can come in and say, baby, you're never alone. You may look alone, I tell you. I was in here the other night. Even that live I did a live recently. And I was going to go to my bed. And I felt something that's pushing me on my shoulder, my right shoulder. I don't know which one is going to happen for you. But on my right shoulder, I just kept pushing me. It just felt like something pushing me. And like you're in the line and somebody said, go up in the line, go up in the line. I felt somebody pushing me on my shoulder. And if anybody know me, I probably turn around and say, why are you pushing me? But then I'm like, I was thinking with my eyebrows kind of grumpy. Like, what? What is this? I need to go to my bed. Why are you pushing me? And then I heard a voice, you can't be disobedient. There's a Jamaican artist. His name is Wayne Marshall. He sing a song saying, you lift me up Glory be to God. Something another. I just remember the chorus part of the song he sang. He said, Glory be to God. He said, he remembered something and he said, You lift me up. He said, You lift me up. Glory be to God once more. And it's nice. It's a nice song, but I love the chorus part when he said, You lift me up, or whatever it was. And he said, The Lord lift him up. It was Wayne Marshall who sang that song. I don't remember the name of the song, but he said, You lift me up. Glory be to God once more. So planting your seed is what you will reap later on in life. Plant a seed and keep going and keep multiplying, and you will see growth one day. You know, just don't complain about the stuff that you plant, because I learned that when you complain about the stuff you plant, you have to pray about it, because you don't want to plant something and then feel guilty about it, about the plant you plant. You have to pray about it, and that's why everything comes in with your spiritual self. No, that's where that part of you gonna be needed for when you're going through your emotion, when you're going through that mental, when you're going through that physical, when you're going through that psychological part, when you're fighting with all the other alleys. Your spiritual part now is what you're gonna need to come to help let the other alleys understand that, hey, you did nothing wrong, you were just doing what you asked the Lord that you wanted to do, and He gave it to you. He just didn't give it to you on the time that you needed it. He gave it to you on the time He needed to give it to you. So it could be years past, months past, weeks past. How many persons growing up as a child say, oh, I want to be a nurse, oh, I want to be a doctor, oh, I want to be this. And it's when you're 40, 50, 60, that's when you go pursue those dreams, because when you're young, sometimes we do some stuff. But let me tell you something, anything that is embedded in you from early, it don't erase like that. It don't just walk out your life like that. It's still within you. It's for you to find that courage to gain back yourself so you can get back on track, to say, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I love to do. And then you gain back momentum. And then yes, you're back on track. Now you can say, where was I? You know? So sometimes we're fighting with the things that wasn't meant for we then. But we still fighting, we're looking back. But if it was 2 years ago, or if it was 3 years ago. But what about the years we're in now? It's still years. You know, it's still a purpose for it. We just looking back. You know, instead they look back and but shape the future with the look back. You know? As this songwriter that say, I never look back, I never look back. We all look back. Even though this song says I never look back, but we all look back at time, but we can't just look back and dwell on the look back. Because we have to use it to propel us to get forward so we can be right where we needs to be, you know? So I'm telling you, man, somebody take a chance on me. And when I tell you, whatever you're going through in life, thank God for social media now. So many people can relate. They might not be within your language. They might not be within your culture. They might not be within anything around you. But when you are going through stuff with social media now, you can go on social media. Somebody have motivational talk to give you. Somebody have something inspiring to give you. Somebody have some music to share with you that can help ease the pressure of you feeling overwhelmed and too anxious or anything. Somebody out here to relate to what you're going through, and you will know when it's connecting with you, because you will go visit. And sometimes it's just a random visit. Sometimes it just happen out of nowhere, like, why are you telling me to go visit this person randomly? You know, you will know when things are, because whatever that person are going to say, or whatever message that the Lord put on that person's mind or thought or whatever, you needed to hear it. Because sometimes you could be struggling with something that you had prayed for maybe 2 3 years ago, and you no longer want that, but the Lord start bringing up to you and say, no, you need to continue with this, you need to do this. And you're like, why? You keep asking yourself, why? How many people get tasked and you say, why give it to me? Why me? What's so special about me? And you'll be surprised, because I ask him sometimes, he give me some topics or so, and I say, why you give this to me? I do I do sometimes. God know I'm a cookie. My Lord know I'm a cookie. My sister would be laughing after me when I say I'm a cookie. 'Cause I say, Lord, why? I saying to him, why, Lord, why me? Why do you give me this? And then sometimes I heard a voice say, it's not for you to question him, it's just for you to do what he asks you to do. And then I had to start think about it. And then all of a sudden, I just start talking. And he just start helping me out. And I'm like, okay, okay. And then sometimes it seems like, when I'm going to say something that is not so wonderful, and he detour me. Yes, man, he get you back on track. You ever see somebody and you go out and somebody about to say something to you and they just pull you out the way? That's the Lord way of pulling you out of danger. Pull you out of danger. He always have somebody to pull you out of danger. Not the ones who pull you in danger, but to pull you out of danger. Because he know what you're asking for. Lord, I don't want to go back here. Lord, I don't want to be this person no more. I'm tired of this. We pray for everything we want and he will give it to us. We just have to continue praying. Because when we pray today and say, oh, but I prayed to God yesterday and he don't give me what I want. He don't come on our time. Never. So I could sit there all they want and say, oh, I pray to God and he never give me this. And no. Because God knows sometimes we can be ungrateful. So he tests us to see how well we gonna break or how long we gonna last without complaining. Oh yes, he tests us. He tests me, so I know. I ain't telling you nothing that I don't be true. You hear me? He tests me, so I know. And I have to be truthful with it. He tests me. When I ask him for something, he want to see if I'm gonna grumble. As you know, the songwriter say, Lord, help me not to grumble or complain of all the crossroad I am on. So if you know the song, he said, Lord, help me not to complain or grumble. But we grumble all the time. Because sometimes when we pray for something, I say, but God, how did I pray for this thing and you haven't even helped me out? What's going on? And then it's like you start to give up. But he testing us. Because he said the Lord gave his strongest soldiers his battles to fight. So you have to be mentally strong, physically strong, spiritually strong, emotionally strong. All is strong. And sometimes you say, what? Strong? I'm not strong. But the songwriter said, I am strong when I am weak. We all are strong when we are really weak. But guess who are keeping us strong? Our spiritual father. He keeping us. Because if everybody should share their story, there would be no tears left for any one of us. Some stories, because some stories are tearful. But you hear what he said in John 16, verse 20. Stay faithful, God will turn your tears of sadness into tears of joy. Yeah? And it's all about us. He tempts us. And he know we're not, we're easy to be tempted because of what Adam and Eve did in the garden. So don't think that you're not easily tempted. We are easily tempted because of what Adam and Eve did in the garden. You understand? So he know that. But it's how we fight the temptation is going to make us win the battle. It's going to make us still here. Because what Adam and Eve did, that's why we're so tempted in this world. Everything is temptation. No matter how sometimes you're trying to hold it and rock back and forth, move here, move there. Temptation go everywhere. Temptation gonna be everywhere. Huh? Everywhere you go. And that's why the songwriter say, everywhere I go, I want the world to know Jesus Christ never failed me yet. He never failed me yet. He never failed me yet. Why he never failed you? You know why he never failed you? Because you never lose hope. When you don't give up that easy, you don't lose hope. You don't lose faith. Sometimes you're there, but you realize that, hey, you need to stay true. And that's one of the other thing I learned too. You see children when we grow up in church, they say, Train up a child in the way he or she should grow, and when they grow older, they will never depart from it. No matter what, you detour, you come back, you go everywhere because you know that this is not the place for you. But you had to go there because he put you there. He wants to see what you're gonna do. He want to see what you're gonna do, how you're gonna come out, what you're gonna gain, what you're gonna learn, what you're gonna share. What's the experience? What's the knowledge? What's the understanding? What was it that was so intriguing? He put us in some places sometimes that maybe in your wildest dream you never imagined even being there. It's like people who travel. They want to go here, but they never know that it would be a dream come true. But you put it on your bucket list. And that's why people say, you gotta put everything down because guess what? That's your evidence to say that you say this to God. That's your evidence to say that you want this. That's your evidence to say that you want that. And write it down. Write it down because your writing will not be erased. Pen mark fade away over times. Yes, in our book, pen mark do fade away. Over time, the pen mark dissolve. Over time, it will take a long while for it to break down. Depending on the pen you were writing with too. So over time, if you have a book from Wappy Kill and Philip Person is writing with ink, okay, over time it fade. You know that you're writing the book, but over time it does fade. Because I have a book like that. Can't remember, you don't know what was on the page, but you just know the writing is there, but it's all fade away. It's like a receipt. Over time, everything fade away off that receipt. And that's a marvelous thing. Over time, everything does dissolve. But the Lord work in ways that I don't think we should be complaining because He's a miracle working God. He's a miracle working God. I don't think we should be complaining, which we do. As we are human beings, as I said, we go through temptation, we go through trials, we go through the tribulation of life, we go through everything. But the greatest part of life is to be thankful and appreciate your journey. Don't look at your journey and feel like there's no hope for you. Continue to stay prayed up, continue to stay blessed, continue to stay powerful, continue to stay wonderful, even when things are not so wonderful. Just remember your spiritual father is always there. Give everything to him. All your pain, all of it. Don't only give him half and think he don't know the rest. He know it. He's our author. And he will also be our finisher. You understand? But we have to give everything to him. Everything. Because I might be going through what? Emotional, financial things. But somebody else is going through a lot more. Some sickness that can't be cured. Some sickness that they're just waiting upon the Lord for to renew their strength. And they don't lose hope. They don't lose. And that's why you see some people walk away ringing the bell. They didn't give up. Because they know their father said, in times of need, I'll be there. They didn't give up. They did not give up. And they walk away ringing the bell. The blessing is all around us. It's for us to realize it. You continue to multiply. Don't look back. Don't hesitate. Don't grumble. Nor complain about when you're blessing. Just bless. You go on the road, you see somebody, and they say, ma'am, sir, so-and-so, you can bless. Just bless and keep moving. Because let me tell you something. Your multiplication is your multiplication. Not somebody else. Don't multiply to complain about what they're going to do. That's on them. We all have a price to pay in this world, in this life. We pay the price. You're seeing it playing out every day, time and time again. A lot of things that wasn't planted correctly are paying the price. But if we continue to do good, good will always follow us. And remember, he know that we are a tempted nation because of what Adam and Eve been through. So we're not exempt. Even when somebody says, I'm not tempted, We are naturally tempted people. It's just that we have to fight and pray to Him when we see things that going right. We have to pray for Him to get us off that track that we were heading, that path we were heading on, and we know it wasn't right. He said, as soon as we recognize what is going on, we have to give it to Him. It's like you realize that you're driving and you seem like the car want to go the other way, and you realize something not right, and you felt fear, you felt certain things. You have to start praying to Him, Jesus, Jesus, steer me back, steer me. You have to ask Him to steer you back. And then He will start to steer, direct you back. Because you call on Him quickly. You didn't hesitate, you didn't wait, you didn't get panicky. No, you start ask Him to steer you back. And so they said, don't lose hope, don't lose your way, don't lose faith. You will lose direction sometimes because this is a world that is tempted. Sometimes you want to go right and it's telling you, go left, go left. Temptation is in everything, even at the is that, oh, if I go this way, I will reach quicker. I'll reach 5 minutes quicker. If I go that way, it's going to take longer. And that's some temptation that we have to contemplate with. Which direction to go sometime. That's going to get us there quick. Sometimes we start GPS it ahead of time to see which, if we go this way, which one will be quicker, which one will be shorter. Is it the freeway or the highway? Or the highway, freeway, the side streets, or the toll, you know? And if you are a person that can't bother with no toll or something, you're going to try to say, I'll just get up early and drive the long way to go where I need to go. So that way you have less traffic, less stress, less headache, and the possibility of you reaching where you need to reach will be there. Less chaotic. So you have to now plan out ahead of time to get there on time. Go get up early because you want to avoid traffic. You want to avoid this. You understand? So it's life, people. It's the direction we take in life. Just remember that temptation is in everything. I was reading this book to my children and they said even when you fight one trials or temptation, in the book it was talking about the devil, then you grow older. When you go up another step again, you have another one to fight, which is a bigger one. Then you get over this hurdle, then you have another one to go over. And you look at all these hurdles when you see sporting time and see all the hurdle that people have to go over. Then you understand that hurdles are here for us to go over. They're not meant for us to go around them. They're meant to go over them. And they go over them for a reason. Sometimes our poor knees can't even lift up to go over them. But we don't have to go over them physically. But we go over them emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. Because sometimes the challenge of life felt like a hurdle. Where you have to lift the knees up and sometimes you can't lift the knees up. Same way with how we go through life sometimes. We go through life like a hurdle we're going over. Some of them knock you down. Some of them you go over with no problem, no pressure, just ease. And some of them bump you and you have to get up again and you have to go again. But still motivate yourself to get to the next level. And always listen to your intuition. It will never steer you wrong and it will never leave you wrong. You know, unless we have as I said, temptation come now when we have that second one contemplating with, that second intuition that you have, and you just say, man, I should have stick with the first one. How many times we say we should have stick with our first intuition? But sometimes it's life. We have to go through the trials and temptation. When you go through trials and temptation in life, that's what helped build you, because you know that you will not make that same mistake again. Because you see what it could have cost you. You see what it could have done to you. And you managed to get out of that because you didn't lose your spiritual faith. You were fighting with everything that's going on, all the alleys with you, but you didn't lose your spiritual faith. And that's why a lot of us are able to bounce back in life when life hit us hard. We're able to bounce back. How do we bounce back? We're able to bounce back. We just don't realize how we're able to bounce back. Even if you don't come out and pray out aloud for a world to see you, but you're in that prayer. You're going in your quiet comfort space and you pray to your Father. And you're asking Him for direction. You're asking Him for guidance. You're asking Him for everything that your heart so desires. You're going to him and you're asking for it. Yeah? There was this old song said there were times when I feel like hope is gone. And he said then Jesus came on the sea. So there were times you're gonna feel some way. He know it. There's nothing we go through that he don't know. He said he give us a glimpse of the future. But when we hard-headed and don't want to see what he's showing us, sometimes he make us pause just to see where we're heading. Because you need to take a break. That's why I make you pause sometimes. He make you detour sometimes. He make you get rest. Why do he make us get rest? Because when you rest, you come back bigger, better, and stronger. You feel more healthier, you feel more stronger, you feel more relaxed, you feel more calmer, you feel more at ease, you feel more at peace. And when he say relax, it doesn't mean that he tell you to just lay in bed. It's that you pray to him about whatever it was you're going through, and he help you to come back to your original self, the self that he know he made you in, that body that he made you in, that loving you. You come back to yourself, you're finding yourself, or you're working your way. As he say, I buckle up my shoes and I started to run. Anybody remember that song? And I find my way back home. Anybody remember that song? I buckle up my shoes and I started to run. I started to run. I find my way back home. Sometimes you have to buckle up your shoes and start to run just to find your way back home. It's for a reason. Because sometimes you could be in a part of your life, that's when you realize, Lord, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. What am I doing? And you have to buckle up your shoes and started to run. Even if it's not a physical run you were doing, you're doing it in your mental state. Because you recognize that, I'm in a spiritual warfare and I need to get out. And you find your way back. It's like going through a terrible this and a terrible storm of life, whatever the storm is. And some people will tell you the story to months, years, weeks, days, months, several years to regain back who they were. But they said one thing they never give up was their spirituality. They never give that up. And I think that's what they were able to do to find their way back home. We all will find our way back home if we realize that everything have to be in line. Our spiritual father have to be there. Not just all the other alleys. Everything that we're going through, he have to be in the midst. And sometimes you have to go to him one-on-one. Yeah? As the songwriter said, it's not my mother, it's not my father. He said, it's me, oh Lord. Standing in the midst of prayer. Why? Because when you are overwhelmed, worked up, stressed out, don't know your bed head from your bed foot, you have to go to him. And they had that song, it's me, oh Lord. It's not my mother nor my father. It's me standing in the midst of prayer. Why? Because at this time we realize that what we are going through is more than our mother or father. It's us. We have to go to him and say, Lord, I need your help. I try to do this all by myself, all on my own. But I realize one thing is missing, and it's you. He know we were going to come to him. He know we had those trials and temptation. He see them. But he know. It's going to be a time in your life that you said, I'm tired. And you have to gain back yourself. You have to take it back. And in order to get it back, you have to go to him. And many people we will go to who know you when you were young and everything will tell the man you have to pray. If they're good people, they will tell the man you have to pray. He can help you. He helped me. And some people will share their story with you, what they've been through. and how he brought them out of what they've been through. So, family, you should wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up. So, take care of yourself. Remember, continue to just bless others when you can. And when I mean bless others, a blessing comes in many shape, form, or the other. Whether through your cooking, through your art, through your music, through your encouragement, through your devotion, through your spiritual gave you to battle this world, battle this nation, to connect the dots, to reach to the people from wherever. It doesn't matter where they are from. Eh? Like last night when I was downtown and they said, wherever you are from in this world, it doesn't matter. You dance, we dance in the street. Listen, prayer go everywhere. Whether it's in the club, whether it's in the church, whether it's on the street, whether it's in your car, wherever you are on your hospital bed, prayer goes everywhere. Wherever you're gonna pray, Lord, I'm praying for these homeless people. I'm praying for the hospital to heal these sick people. Whatever you're praying for, prayer go everywhere you want the prayer to go. It's going there, but it's gotta make sure it's a prayer that can fulfill the needs of the people that need those prayers to uplift their spirit. Because there's going to be times when people felt like there's no hope. But hope is going to come through prayers, through the singing, through the voices that are uplifting, the cooking, the art, the music. Everything is a form of communication to the Father. Because if they weren't a form of communication to the Father, then He wouldn't have created none of this. None of this He wouldn't have given man the ability to create. Yeah? Remember, that's one spirit that gives everybody the ability to do something. One spirit. So if it wasn't for, it's how we use it as mankind make it different. Because it's how we use stuff. Yeah? It's how we use stuff, how we do stuff. So it's like they say, this is not what you say, is how you say it. So that should sum it up. Until then, people, walk good, have a blessed day. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for tuning in. To all the likers, the sharers, the commenters, VIP, yeah, you manners of our respect to one and all. The top fans, the community, the top fans, the commenters, the subscribers, the members, the moderators, the content creators. Just continue to do what you have to do and listen to that intuition of yours. You will never lead you wrong. Remember, we all have a mind, and our mind can change in minutes, seconds, hours, whatever. As long as it's rolling, it can change. Yeah. Sometimes you lose your mind, sometimes you lose everything. But guess what? Gonna bring it back? Your spiritual father. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Until then, people, walk good. Have a blessed day. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye bye.